ladies and gentlemen, happy Saturday. Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to a special edition of Believers Talk, kind of going live here at the last minute. Just got the news about Josh Allen. I'm sure a lot of you did too, so I hope that you guys can join me. If not, I know it's a beautiful Saturday, a little chilly in the Northeast, but beautiful Saturday, so I'm not expecting too many people to come on here, but again, just wanted to get on here to share the news with everybody that Josh Allen, our starting quarterback, is going to play tomorrow against the Tennessee Titans. So look to see that. I'm happy about it. I know some Bills fans were skeptical if they wanted to see Josh Allen in or if they wanted to see Matt Barkley in, but now we have the answer that we're going to see Josh Allen. Welcome, John Patrick. Always good to see you on these streams. Always glad to have you on here. Just let me know you guys' thoughts. Hit that like button. Share this video. If you haven't already subscribed to Believers Talk, guys, tomorrow we will be live for play-by-play and reaction to the Buffalo Bills games. Hey, Scott Barkley. Hey, David. Hey, Angry Buffalo sports fans. Absolutely awesome news. Absolutely right. I think this gives us a better chance to win this game tomorrow against the Tennessee Titans. I just was watching on Twitter as Buffalo Bills fans are leaving the Buffalo airport heading straight to Tennessee, and they have someone playing there as they're getting excited. They're getting ready for this game tomorrow. Hopefully the Bills can go 4-1. Again, we did a little bit of a preview Thursday during halftime of the Thursday night football game. We're going to be giving you that every single week this season. Might switch to Friday once high school football ends. I officiate high school football, so that makes my Friday nights obviously a little busy. But once high school football ends, might switch from a Thursday stream to a Friday stream to give you a preview, get you closer to the actual date. But right now we're going live on Thursdays for Thursday night, during halftime of Thursday night football. I do give you an injury update most Fridays if I can while I'm at work, and then also we'll be live this Sunday as #sports and Believers Talk, going to give you the best play-by-play reaction content in 2019 for our Buffalo Bills. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment, share it. Like I said, I normally don't go live on Saturdays, so a lot of people might not know I'm live. So hit that share button, share this with some of your friends, let them know we are live talking about the game between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills tomorrow. Of course, biggest news, Josh Allen, #sports, joining me in the stream. Always good to see you guys. Of course, the big news, Josh Allen has been listed as good to go, cleared concussion protocol. Not only has Josh Allen cleared concussion protocol, but Dean Marlowe and DeMarco have also cleared concussion protocol as well. So that kind of leaves you wondering what's going to happen with that 53rd roster spot now, right? I know we were talking about possibly bringing up a quarterback from our practice squad if Josh Allen couldn't play. I was listening to #sports this morning, guys. #sports live every Saturday morning on sportscaster.com. Go over to sportscaster.com. You can check out their content there. And again, if you want to talk about live play-by-play reaction, we give you the best live play-by-play reaction for every single Buffalo Bills game. They covered the game last week. I'll be covering this week, and our schedule kind of works that way. I think I'll do this week, and I do the Redskins game. They'll be doing the Eagles game because I'll be at the Eagles game, so it'll be a good time there. So if you just want some good content, hang out with some Bills fans, go over to sportscaster.com. Link in the description below, and we got you covered there. Josh needs to redeem himself. I'm a guy, and I'm shaving my legs as we speak. Okay, Nomo, that's a little too TMI, Nomo. TMI, we don't need to know that. But we are very excited about this. Anything on Singletary yet? Limited in practice this whole week. He was almost good to go last week. We would hope that he's good to go this week. But maybe that 53rd spot, if Singletary can't go, maybe that 53rd spot is still used on a running back for the Buffalo Bills. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But I thought, last week they said Singletary was almost good to go for that game. You see Saquon Barkley come back from his injury and possibly come back sooner than expected. And you just want to hope even more that Devin Singletary can come back faster as well. But the last thing we want to do is rush him back when we talk about hamstring injury and have him get hurt even more. If they feel good with Frank Gore, Yeldon, and DeMarco out there tomorrow, maybe that's what they'll stick with, and they'll save Devin Singletary for after the bye week. I was listening to Paul at #sports earlier, and he did say, and he made up a good point. Even if Singletary is good to go, he was getting limited carries as is. So if Singletary is good to go, how many carries is he going to get? 5? It's not going to be that many carries. So maybe it's worth keeping on to for another week and then starting him after the bye. Ty Nsekhe, I haven't heard anything about him again. He didn't practice all week, so my expectations are low on the opportunity of Ty Nsekhe to play. I would love to see him play. Like I said on Thursday, that's kind of the one guy that I would really love to see play. That really bolsters our offensive line, I believe. Still not a huge believer in Cody Ford. I think he has room to grow. I'm not saying that he can't grow. Same thing with Josh Allen. I'm not saying they can't grow, but I think that there's plenty of room there to grow. With this start, this will be Josh Allen's 16th start. So he'll finally have a full season under his belt. Maybe Searles is getting back from his injury and they want to sign him. Maybe. I have no news if he is fit. It's just no thought. However, I think Singletary is a difference maker in the game. He can be. What we've seen out of 2 games that Singletary has played is he's been a difference maker, right? Against the Giants, he averaged 17 yards a rush, or no, 13 yards a rush. Whereas against the Jets, he averaged something like 17 yards per rush. So we've seen him be a difference maker in the past, and hopefully that continues. But what will the benefit be if we put him out there too early and he hurts his hamstring even more at that point? Then obviously we lose him for an extended period of time, and that's not what we want to see. I see a lot of people asking for Duke Williams. I'm not sure if we are going to have Duke Williams in for this game or not against the Titans. I think that we have I think we kind of 6. I know, again, this is something that Paul talked about when he was over on Sportscast this morning. We have 6 wide receivers on the roster. Don't know if there's a benefit to carrying over that 7th wide receiver, but we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do with that. I know a lot of people are calling for Duke Williams, and again, I think we're going to see Duke Williams at some point this year. I just don't think it is going to be as soon as people would like, because I know there's plenty of people out there who want Duke Williams to start week 1 and make this 53-man roster. But again, there's a lot of learning. There's a learning curve between the CFL and the NFL, and only the coaches know where he's at in that curve, and only the coaches know where he's at in the development. We only see the catches they want us to see. We know that he's playing hard in practice. Dable has said a lot of good things about him coming into this game tomorrow or whenever he starts, but we don't know where he's at in his developmental stage with that learning curve from the CFL to NFL. That is a big learning curve, so we'll see what happens. A lot of people calling for Duke. I see that. I will never feel good about Yeldon. Brian writes. I don't feel that great about Yeldon either, but he does catch a lot of good balls out of the backfield. He has produced in catching the ball. We've seen what he's done when we try to run with him. Now, the only thing that I will speak to, which again, Paul from Hashtag has spoken about as well, is it seems like every time that Yeldon's in, the defense can know, hey, they're going to pass the ball. Last week against the Patriots, Yeldon did not have a single carry, and that's because every time he was in the game, we passed the ball. So I wish we would get away from that a little bit, even if we have some dual running back sets where we have Yeldon and Singletary or Yeldon and Gore in the game, just to mix things up a little bit for these defenses so they don't know, like, hey, Yeldon's in the game, that means it's a pass play. We need to be a little more unpredictable, if you will, than that. If Foster inactive again, Duke makes sense with the roster. Give it a go. And again, that's something that the coaches, the coaching staff, that they know, they have a pulse on this roster. What's the best thing for this roster? Andre Roberts, I didn't think did a bad job filling in for Foster last week. Now, I don't think Andre Roberts is what Foster is, but I think that he adds a different element to this game. I mean, I know that we brought in Andre Roberts just for special teams, but if he can make a contribution as wide receiver, I think that's a great thing. And he does have the speed skill set that we would love to have as a guy like an Isaiah McKenzie type player who can maybe get around the edge, get around the corner, and create things downfield. I just think Andre Roberts is a good fit at that position as well. I know a lot of people want to see Duke Williams in the game. If Duke Williams gets in the game, I think the coaching staff is ready for him to see action. I'm excited for that, but I just don't know if he's ready at this time, and that's something that the coaching staff is looking into. Can't wait for my player play. Yeah, I'm going to have fun, Hashtag. I hope you guys can join me for that. Again, thank you for that. Again, we're teaming up with Hashtag Sports, giving the play-by-play both on sportscast.com and here on Believers Talk tomorrow, so make sure you join in for that. It's going to be a good time. I always have fun live streams. Might involve a little drinking, maybe. Who knows what's going to happen. Who knows what kind of Buffalo Bills team will come out. And it's all about what Tennessee team comes out, too. We've seen weeks 1 and week 4, Tennessee looked pretty good against Cleveland and Atlanta. Then weeks 2 and weeks 3, not so hot. Paul shared a stat on Sportscast today about the difference between Mariota's stats in games that Tennessee wins and games that they lose. I think he has close to 1 interception per game in games they lose, whereas interceptions in games that they win, a lot less. And so far this season, we've seen 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions from Mariota, learning how to protect the ball a little bit better. But I'm hoping that tomorrow our defense can get to him. Again, no sacks last week against the New England Patriots, although we made Brady uncomfortable. That's the key to me. I know everyone likes sacks, everyone likes the numbers, but if we keep making these quarterbacks uncomfortable, they're going to do things they don't normally do, and hopefully that leads to mistakes down the line. They used play action a lot in last year's game. Last year we beat the Titans on a last second field goal by Stephen Hauschka. Hopefully we beat them by a little wider spread. I think it was 13-12 last time. Last year when we played them. But I know a lot of these games, these 10-10 games, have come down to the wire, are close games. I kind of hope for a little bit of a blowout. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we've been hoping for that all season. I'm actually hoping that we have a game where we put a full game together, right? Quarters 1 through 4, we have a full complement of Buffalo Bills football where we look like the dominant team that I think we really can be, both on offense and defense. Titans can't stop the run very well. That will go to our advantage. We saw what Frank Gore did last week against the New England Patriots. Although what we also saw from Frank Gore is in the fourth quarter, he ran out of gas. He's just getting a little older, running for over 100 yards. Maybe that's when Devin Singletary or TJ Yeldon or even Patrick DeMarco needs to step up a little bit. Give Frank Gore a little bit of a rest. He's an older back. We know that, 36 years old. Give him a little bit of rest when he needs one, just to make sure that he's good to go on the plays that we need him in there. We don't need a guy in the fourth quarter who's not going to give the same production he was able to in the first quarter. We know you're tired. We know you're older, so we will let it slide. But at the same time, if we can find a way to make sure that doesn't happen in the fourth quarter, then we might be better off for that. Well, about Singletary, again, still limited in practice. We haven't heard anything yet as far as Singletary is concerned. One place you guys want to look if you're not ready, go to twitter.com. First of all, my Twitter handle's in the description below, so first follow me. Also go to Banged Up Bills, I should say. Great content there. They kind of give you a rundown of who's injured, who's not. And again, they show you who was limited in practice, who was questionable, things like that. As of right now, all week, Singletary was limited in practice. I think he was full yesterday for the first time. And so that's a good sign. That's optimistic that he will play in this game. Not sure how many carries he will get if he does play, but that's just optimistic because here we are with 52 guys on our active roster. That means we have the extra spot to do whatever we want with if everyone's healthy, right? We see all these guys come back from injury, and we have that 53rd spot. We can look to possibly trade. I know a lot of people earlier this week were talking about Stephon Diggs. I personally don't see that kind of trade happening. I know some people are talking about AJ Green. Again, I don't see a big name like that. But you never know. I know Brandon Beane. We all know Brandon Beane and his front office likes to continue to keep working to make this team better, and they've shown that in the past, and maybe they'll do that here. If we can get a Stephon Diggs, if we can get a healthy AJ Green, I think it does nothing but help this team out. But also, if you're over there crying for Stephon Diggs or AJ Green, that's just even longer that Duke Williams will have to wait to make this team unless there's a wide receiver that is involved in the trade for that Stephon Diggs or AJ Green. Limited every day as per NFL.com for Singletary. Thanks, #Sports, for that update. Yeah, again, I knew it was limited most of this week, but he's also been limited in game action too, right? Talking about 5 to 10 carries. Most of the time. But again, you don't want to hurry a hamstring injury out there. Last thing you want is for him to re-aggravate that injury. Takes even longer at that point. I mean, just look at Tyler Kroft with his broken foot. Then he hurts his ankle. Now, who knows how long he's going to be out for the Buffalo Bills. Who knows if he's going to see any action this season. Let's be honest. By the time his ankle heals, something else will happen. I remember Paul, what did he say last week or maybe even 2 weeks ago when he was talking about the injury report? He said Tyler Kroft, breathing or whatever he said. It was kind of funny how he put that. But yeah, Tyler Kroft just can't seem to get on the field. And that's unfortunate for a young man, but we would love to see him out there. And so hopefully he continues to get better. But that's what can happen if you start playing someone who's not fully healthy. He can injure something else. He can reactivate the same injury, and then he's out even longer. So we want to wait on Singletary if we have to. Knox is going to be a huge factor. Scott Blakely just put. I think Dawson Knox, that camaraderie between Dawson Knox and Josh Allen has continued to progress throughout the weeks, and I think we're going to hopefully see that tomorrow as well, as we need some of those tight ends to step up a little bit. Lee Smith was very disappointing last week with those penalties, putting us behind the sticks a lot. I think he had 5 penalties last week, Lee Smith alone. And so when stuff like that happens, it's really frustrating for coaching staff. It's really frustrating for us as a fan base. We get in the shutout. I hope you mean we're getting a shutout, Spencer, and not that we're getting shut out tomorrow against the Tennessee Titans. I would love to get a shutout. Again, this defense, I think this defense has what it takes to be the number one defense in the NFL. Statistically, I think we're still behind the Patriots, but there's still plenty of season to go. Again, we won the first quarter, right? Again, if you look at football team, if you look at coaching staff, they break the NFL season up into quarters: games 1 through 4, games 5 through, what would that be, 8, games 9 through 12, and then 13 through 16. So they break up in the quarter. We won the first quarter 3-1, and that's all we need to do. If we go 3-1 every quarter, that means we're 12-4, and that means we definitely will have a playoff berth. Might not be good enough to win our division. The Patriots are going to be tough this year. I think 13-3 might be what it needs to be to beat the Patriots in that division. But with 12-4, that's a respectable record. Happy to beat the Patriots in the playoffs. I don't care when we beat the Patriots, as long as we can do it. And I think we can. What was proven to me last week is that we can beat this Patriots team. Spencer writes 38-14. Scott Blakely writes 27-0. Alan Enox, welcome to Believers Talk. Always good to have you on the show. Spencer, if someone scores 38 points, that would be insane. If we score 38 points against the Tennessee Titan defense, I will be excited. But guys, let me know what you think the score is going to be. Give me your score prediction in the comment section. I'll read it out. There's 20 people watching. Get the like. Yeah, absolutely, Ronald. Thanks a lot. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, guys. Helps me out a lot. Again, if you're not subscribed to Believers Talk, hit that subscribe button. And if you're not sure how you're going to watch the game tomorrow, join us on YouTube tomorrow, guys. We'll be right here giving you live play-by-play reaction to the Buffalo Bills Tennessee Titans game. Always enjoy talking to you guys. Now, there is a little bit of a delay, I'll tell you that. So if you're watching the game, you might be a play or two ahead. But we'll talk some Buffalo Bills football as long as you don't ruin it. If someone isn't able to watch the game, again, it's a great place to be if you can't watch the game, whether you don't have the Sunday NFL ticket, don't have the game in your area. You can watch a game on your TV while you're listening to the Bills game, listening to some Bills fans talk about the Buffalo Bills Tennessee Titans games, and we're going to keep it real with you. I am very animated, and if you've watched the play-by-play before, you guys know I'm very animated when it comes to these play-by-plays. So I won't hold anything back. I'll let you know when something looks terrible. I'll let you know when something looks great. And I look forward to doing that again tomorrow. Alan, a huge bust, Spencer writes. Well, Spencer, you say that, and then you say that we're going to score 38 points. John Patrick says 17-13 tomorrow. Ronald Enoch says 31-17. Buffalo wins. Again, I love these score predictions. Maestro with 28-14. Again, if we score more than 20 points in tomorrow's game, I would expect to come away with the victory. I'll be surprised if we score more than 20 points. I think we can win by scoring 20 points. Don't get me wrong. I think it's very possible we get that shutout that was talked about earlier. I think it's very possible we can hold the Tennessee Titans under 10 points and get us the win. 23-10. Brian writes, that's the kind of score I like to see. This guy can't learn. Spencer, again, tomorrow's his 16th start. We have to give him time if we're going to say he can't learn. I know he's made some of the same mistakes again and again, but even he has come out in press conferences and said he can't make those mistakes. Now, the thing about a guy with a strong arm is he's going to think that he can make all the throws, right? And it's going to take him time to realize that this isn't Wyoming, that he will need to take a sack every once in a while, to throw the ball away every once in a while. And he's done that more this season than last year. So continue to give him time to grow. Again, this team, the Buffalo Bills, are 4-0 when he completes 60% or more of his passes. So keep that in mind. I'm sorry, maybe 5-0, because I think he had 2 games last year and then the first 3 games this year. So the Buffalo Bills are 5-0 when Josh Allen has completed 60% or more of his passes. So that's all we need him to do. Complete more than 60% of your passes, which isn't that hard in today's NFL, I believe, for an NFL quarterback. For me, it'd be impossible. But I believe that a 60% average is just that. It's average. I don't think it's that great. I think it's doable. But again, if Josh Allen could do that, this defense has proven they can do enough to keep us in the game, and we can win it down the stretch. Allen's first 300 passing game tomorrow. He'd probably throw him 6 picks. Man, Spencer, you're a tough guy. You're a tough guy. Huge New England Patriots game. He will prevail tomorrow, and that's all we can do. I know right after the Patriots game, a lot of us were hard on Josh Allen. I was hard on Josh Allen. I was hard on Zay Jones. Here we are a week later. We look back and say, hey, this is just a learning experience for both of them. Zay Jones is still young in his 3rd year. Now, I know that a lot of us think it's time to move on from Zay Jones, and I'm okay with that argument. But if Zay Jones goes somewhere else and succeeds, I wouldn't be surprised. There just might be something between him and Josh Allen that is not connecting, and that's okay. Sometimes players have that. Sometimes players and offensive coordinators just aren't meshing on the same page as far as Zay Jones getting looks in a Brian Dable system. Those things happen. Again, Dable doesn't like using tight ends. There's no reason to think that if he doesn't use Dawson Knox the first couple of years, Dawson Knox goes somewhere else, he does well. These things happen in the NFL. One thing we can't do as Bills fans is sit here and say, oh, I want Zay Jones gone, and then when the Bills get rid of him, be the same guys who say, oh, well, look how good he's doing at blah, blah, blah. Kind of like with Robert Woods, right? I never wanted Robert Woods to leave. I really liked Robert Woods, but a lot of people want Robert Woods to leave. And now these are the same people saying, oh, we should have never got rid of Robert Woods. Yes, we should have. There's no way the Robert Woods that plays for the Rams right now is the same Robert Woods that we'd be playing for the Buffalo Bills. Just completely different offenses, completely different schemes, West Coast, East Coast, all a bunch of differences between the two teams that make Robert Woods the receiver he is today compared to the receiver that he was while playing for the Buffalo Bills. If we lose tomorrow, Bills season over. I don't agree with that. We'll win tomorrow, but also is Singletary playing? James, we're still not sure if Singletary's playing, as Hashtag Sports came in and let us know. NFL.com listed him as limited in practice this whole week. He was limited last week, so if Singletary plays, I don't know what we can expect to see from him. But yeah, I hope that he's healthy. I hope he's ready to go, because even that little piece of him being ready to go and being active tomorrow still means we have that 53rd roster spot that who knows what we're doing with at this point, right? We still haven't seen what we're doing with. A lot of people calling for Duke Williams in the chat. I understand that. A lot of Duke Williams fans out there, and that's great. I know there are. I know a lot of people gave me a hard time when I said I don't see Duke making the 53-man roster. He didn't make the 53-man roster. It's just the difference between the CFL and the NFL that we have to wait for Duke Williams. The last thing we want to do, if we believe that Duke Williams is a great talent, the last thing we want to do is put him out there too early, make him lose confidence in his own game, and then watch him slide down that hill. We want to make sure he's ready to go when he goes out there. The Bills coaching staff wants to make sure they put him in the best possible place to succeed going into his NFL career and not hurt the guy's confidence even more. He's already been through a roller coaster ride of a career. You're talking about his time at Auburn, his time with the Falcons, his time in the CFL, and now his time with the Bills. It's been a roller coaster ride. Let's steady that roller coaster. Let's give him the best chance to succeed. And that might be letting him wait a couple more weeks, starting him down the line. Again, I don't know why I always ask me to show or hide stuff. So, whatever. Tim Ellington. Yeah, that makes sense. Following the 3-2 ends every... Oh, sarcasm. Yeah. I mean, we still have games down the line that are very winnable. What's the injury list for the Titans? We can pull that up. Duke did good during the preseason, but that don't mean he will do good during the regular season. Absolutely, James. No, you're absolutely right, and he did do well. And I think he does have the chance to succeed in this game, in the NFL. But is he ready to succeed right now? I'm not sure, and I think the coaching staff has a much better handle on that than I do when it comes to making those decisions, and I'm going to let them do that. So I'm going to look up the Tennessee Titans injury report real quick. Just to give you some news on the Tennessee Titans, who's out, who's questionable for the game tomorrow against the Buffalo Bills, asked by, I think Spencer asked me. So Darren Bates, linebacker, he did not participate. He was a full participant on Friday. Kevin Pamphil, guard tackle, he did not participate yesterday. He's listed as out for the game on Sunday. Delaney Walker did not participate Wednesday or Thursday due to a knee injury. He was a full participant yesterday, still listed as questionable. That would be a big injury for the Tennessee Titans, I think. Rashaan Evans, another big name linebacker, he was a full participant in practice. He had a wrist injury. All these guys also full participants. You got David Flulin, Chris Milton, and Wesley Woodland all listed as full participants in practice. And now that I see that that's going down. Hey Fox67, how you doing? Yeah, glad to see Allen's okay and he can play tomorrow. Hopefully he can play well. No, you're absolutely right. I hope he plays well tomorrow. If he has another game like he did against the Patriots, I think Bills fans have a reason to be concerned at that point. But at the same time, I don't think that's a reason to bench him either. Gerald Casey's back for tomorrow's game for the Tennessee Titans. Cameron Wake listed as questionable for tomorrow's game. David Flulin is listed as questionable, and Kevin Pamphil did not practice Friday, as I said. Kenny Vaccaro has a groin injury. Delaney Walker and Darren Bates, appeared on the IR as well, but they were full participants. Titans added a punter, Brett Gurn, to the injury report on Friday with a groin injury, so they might be looking for a new punter. So those are the injuries for the Tennessee Titans. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Just previewing a little bit of the game tomorrow against the Tennessee Titans. Again, if you're not subscribed to Believers Talk, we will be giving you live play-by-play reaction tomorrow to the Tennessee Titans Buffalo Bills game. So if you're not sure how to watch the game, or if you want to watch it with a few Bills fans, come join us either on YouTube or over on sportscaster.com. We'll have full play coverage there as well. A lot of fun either way. If you go over to sportscaster.com, I know there's a little bit less of a lag, so we'll be able to get a better play-by-play there, and it does keep you up to date on the score and what quarter the game's in as well. So if you want to go over to Sportscaster, some features there that you don't get here on YouTube. But either way, we'll have a good time. I look forward to having everyone there tomorrow. If you're not going to the game, a lot of Bills fans going to the game. You saw a video on Twitter of Bills fans waiting in the airport ready to go to Tennessee. They have a band there playing for the guys as they're getting ready to go. And I'm sure tomorrow, I look forward to seeing that stadium. I was talking with Jeremy from Beware the Stampede, and that's another website that that Believers Talk is teaming up with this year. Go to bewarethestampede.com for all your Buffalo Bills news, whether it be injury report, whether it be roster news, salary cap, team Hall of Famers. Every single person who's been in the Hall of Fame, it gives you his career track there, and stadium information. I know the Buffalo Bills looking to get a new stadium. Go over to bewarethestampede.com, has you covered on all that information. It's a good time to have a bye week, John Patrick. You're absolutely right. Let's hopefully get the win tomorrow, and then we have time to lick our wounds a little bit, heal up. And that's another thing about the bye week, guys. Just because the Buffalo Bills are on bye week, that doesn't mean that we are. Okay, we're going to keep you covered on Buffalo Bills news. Not only that, I will be giving you live play-by-play reaction to the game of your choice on the Sunday of our bye week. So I will go on Twitter and I will put a poll up there, see which game you guys want me to do. And again, you can vote on Twitter. Whichever team wins, whichever game wins, that's the game we're going to do on that Sunday. So I look forward to that as well. No sound. Is anyone else having a problem with sound? Fox 7 says no sound. Is everyone else hearing me okay? Allen does really well when he's passing for 20 yards or less. If you can stick to the... He overthrows long passes. Yeah, absolutely. This whole season, he hasn't completed a long pass. And that's part of the reason why people sound good here. Thanks, Scott Blakely. And Tim, thank you. Long range passes will come. I hope so. Everyone talks about how big of an arm Josh Allen has, and that's great to have an arm, but you need to have an accurate arm. I still remember his first pass in preseason last season when he threw it long to Robert Foster and overthrows him out of bounds. You need to start getting more accurate. If he's accurate, Zay Jones has a few more catches and a few touchdowns to his name this season, and then maybe we're not giving Zay Jones as much of a hard time for not getting open if he has those catches. They were overthrows by a good 10 yards, some leading out of bounds. So if Josh Allen learns how to control his deep ball, learns how to get enough touch on it for someone to get underneath it, I think we will be just fine. But yeah, those passes between the 10 to 20 yard range, he's doing much better on those than he was last season. His completion percentage there is pretty good compared to where it was last season. But again, guys, thank you for letting me know about the sound. Oh, okay. Well, Fox 7, I'm glad I'm back. But guys, I just wanted to get on here and give you guys a quick rundown again. All three of Josh Allen, Patrick DeMarco, and Dean Marlowe clear concussion protocol. So I wanted to get on here and give you that good news. We talked about the Titans game just a little bit. And again, guys, if you haven't subscribed to Believers Talk, subscribe to Believers Talk as we give you constant Buffalo Bills content. Also keep you update on Buffalo sports. The Sabres play tonight. Let's hope for another win. Obviously, they beat the Pens 2 nights ago in their home opener. In their opener. Then we go to our home opener. Let me see if tonight is home or not. Tonight is home. So tonight's our home opener against the New Jersey Devils. Let's get Joe to 1K subs. I would love to get to 1,000 subs. The great thing about getting to 1,000 subs is then I can start live streaming straight from my phone. So if I'm at work and there's breaking news, I can bring it to you quicker. And that's what it's all about here. I want to give you the Buffalo Bills news, breaking news, as fast as possible, so you guys are up to date with everything Buffalo Bills. Again, as a guy who doesn't live in the state of New York anymore, who doesn't live in Buffalo, I'm always looking at different news sources, always watching different YouTube channels to get my Buffalo Bills fix, if you will. Even during the offseason, I want to give you guys an opportunity to get that as well. If you don't have the quickest access to Buffalo Bills news, I want it to be right here for you. Hopefully we are good. yeah, David, hopefully we are going to kick their butt tomorrow. I look forward to seeing that. I look forward to having you guys join me. Again, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave a comment if you're watching this and we're not live. Leave a comment what you think about the game tomorrow, what you think the score is going to be as the Tennessee Titans play the Buffalo Bills. Looking for a lot of Bills Mafia in Tennessee. Some people are saying this might be just like another home game for the Buffalo Bills. I would love to see that. We'll see it tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, and we hope to have a good time. We hope to celebrate another Buffalo Bills win. We hope to celebrate 4-1. I'll talk to you all soon, Bills fans. Until I do, go Bills.